Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for one last video of the year. I wasn't sure if I was gonna film or not, but I was like, I haven't said Merry Christmas, I haven't said Happy New Year. My last video was a vlog from LA. I'm here, so I had to do one more. If you're new here, my name is Annita Katie. Make sure you hit subscribe and join my little family because, you know, we're growing and we're happy and you should be a part of it. I'm sure you can tell by the title, but this video obviously is about my 5 top tips on how to actually keep your New Year's resolutions. I'm the first to admit, New Year's resolutions are fucking hard. They're actually really hard to keep. And I think it's because it's like the whole pressure of everyone's, you know, starting at the same time, and you don't even know what your New Year's resolution is. And then you're like, oh yeah, I have one too. I'm gonna get fit this year. And it's just like, did you really do it? Was that your resolution last year? Did you achieve it? No, you did not. And there's a reason for it. And I'm gonna tell you why and how to make sure that doesn't happen for, not this year, it's 2017, but 2018. It's a new year, new you, hashtag who this. As I was saying it last night. I had a belated Christmas party last night, and I just realized looking in the camera this now that I've still kind of got glitter on me. It's not coming off, but that's another problem. Fix that later. So if you want to learn how to keep your 2018 New Year's resolutions, I suggest you keep watching this video. Okay, tip number 1 is to start small. Okay, so for this whole video, I'm going to use a health and fitness resolution as an example. I once wrote an article and I researched and I found that the most common New Year's resolution is health and fitness related, and it's usually I want to lose weight, or I want to get healthy this year, or I want to stop eating the crap. It's always health and fitness related, and more likely than not, people don't keep it. And the report showed that people drop off by February. Like, so many people drop off way beforehand, and you do see those people that, you know, manage to keep going the whole year, and you know, they look great, and you're like, oh, I'm so jealous, and you're like, how did they do it? It's because they had goals. And the first tip is to start small. So don't go in there being like, okay, so it's January the 1st, and by the way, this year is a Monday, so it's a really good day to start New Year's resolution goals. I don't know if that helps, it really helps me. And they go in there and they try and be like, okay, I'm gonna lose 20 kilos this year. I'm getting to my goal weight of, let's say, whatever, it's 60 kilos or whatever it is. And it doesn't work because you've got this long-term goal. You don't have your short-term goal that you can kind of stick to, and you can't track it because you're waiting till December, and it's like you hop on the scales and you're like, oh, I'm nowhere near that. Or it's like halfway through the year and you hop on the scales and you're like, oh yeah, it's just not gonna happen this year, I guess. Oops, next year, I'll wait for next year. And it's like a never-ending cycle, and it just keeps going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. So what I suggest is you start small. If you don't usually exercise, or you don't eat right usually, don't just like throw out all your junk food and just hit the gym 5 days a week. It's not sustainable because your body's not used to it. You're gonna relapse and then you're gonna start binging. So what you can do, for example, is if you don't go to the gym at all, maybe go twice a week for half an hour. Just half an hour twice a week will do so much if you haven't been before. And in terms of food, don't just chuck out your food. One thing I've heard a lot of people that they try and do, and they found it really works for them, if you're trying to, like, let's say, lower the carbs that you're trying to intake at the moment, then what you can do is alternate every meal. So let's say you have a high carb breakfast, have a low carb lunch, then have a high carb dinner, and then the next day have a low carb breakfast. So just keep going back and forth, and soon enough your body will kind of get a pattern and it won't need the carbs as much, and you yourself will know what kind of foods your body thrives off, and it might not even be the carbs after all, and you might be really surprised and shocked that you don't need as much as you feel like you do. And just things like that, just like small changes do the trick. Okay, so now tip number 2 kind of goes off tip number 1, and that is to change one thing at a time. And again, it's like, don't go all in there. Have your little goals. So like have a little weekly goal or a monthly goal, and just be proud of yourself. And that is achievable, that is sustainable. So maybe one week it's no lollies this week. Just no lollies. You can still have your chocolates, you can still have chips, you can still have everything else, but you can't have lollies. And that is how you do it. Or maybe it's this week you have to drink 2 liters of water every single day. Call yourself accountable. Remind yourself what your goal is every single morning, whether it's write it down, stick a post-it on the mirror in the bathroom when you're getting changed or doing your makeup or something, but just stick to it, and one little change at a time, and soon enough it will become a habit. They say it takes 21 days for something to form a habit, and before you know it, honestly, it is so easy and you won't know any other way. Tip number 3 is to talk about it. Talk about your goals. When someone asks, talk about it. Don't be like, oh yeah, I just want to get fit. No, open up and be like, so what I'm gonna do, like talk about your plan of attack, because the more you talk about it, you subconsciously make yourself accountable to it as well. And you never know, the person next to you might have a very similar goal and you can work together. That kind of goes into my next tip, which is asking for help, but just talk about it amongst yourself. Like maybe if it's health and fitness related again, you can like team up and go for a walk together, or you can go for a swim or a beach walk, or just walk the dog. Like I keep saying walk, I'm trying to think what else is there. There's so much more that you can do, whether it just be go outside for 20 minutes. Whether it's food related, you can food prep together, or you can grocery shop and hold yourself accountable so you're not going into the aisle that usually make you very tempted to get, you know, the lollies or the chips, the snacks or whatever. Keep yourself really accountable. A little tip on this in the shopping thing, if you want it the healthiest you are, you will stick to the perimeter of the shop. It's that middle section where you've got the lollies and the chips and the unnecessary things. Obviously there's like oils and beans and stuff in there too, but if you want really healthy, raw, fresh, organic stuff, that's gonna be on your perimeter. So if you just do a little loop around the perimeter, you're set to go. So my final tip number 5 is don't beat yourself up if you like relapse or you binge or something, or you backtrack a little bit, because it's not meant to be easy, and we're human, we make mistakes every single day. That is just in our nature. That is just how we are, and that is fine. You know what? Your body deserves a treat once in a while. Whether like if you like pizza and you had a slice of pizza, accept it, enjoy it. Your body is such an adaptable machine, and it's fine. It's fine with everything. You are not gonna be losing 10 kilos overnight in the same way you're not gonna be gaining 10 kilos overnight. You might not feel the best the next day, but so be it. Then you know the feeling, and you just go back and you just get back on track, and you're like, right, you go through what your goal was again, and you just go from there. And it's fine, we're meant to make mistakes. Now, one thing I do want to talk about before I end this video and talk about my goals and what I'm doing and blah, 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 blah. That's, you know, that boring stuff. I want to tell you a quote. If I'm going to work out or I'm going to be healthy or whatever, people always ask me, how do you stay motivated? Like, you know, there's one thing to go on Instagram and scroll through and you see all these like fit Insta models and hashtag Fitspo and whatnot, and you can be motivated, oh my God, I want those abs. And that's fine. But honestly, that doesn't last forever, because obviously, like I said, those abs, if that's your goal, you're not getting abs in the next 2 weeks, okay? You're not. It's just not gonna happen. So one thing I like to tell people is motivation gets you started, routine keeps you going. Say it with me. Motivation gets you started, routine keeps you going. And that's literally what it is. It's that whole 21-day thing where you get yourself into a habit within 21 days. Just make yourself do it for 21 days, and it's just, soon enough it becomes a habit. And even if you do relapse, it's so easy to get back on track, because now the bad way of living, or you know, the way that you want to change is the unhealthy way. So you get back into your new habit, and it's all good, and it's all good again. Honestly, your resolution can be anything. It doesn't have to be health and fitness related. Literally, my resolution for last year, well, it wasn't really a New Year's resolution, because I only decided I wanted to do it like about a month ago, but I still haven't done it. I've got like 2 days, so I'm gonna really like crack down and learn this. I want to use chopsticks. I'm that person that goes to Japanese all the time and it's like, excuse me, can I have a fork? And they all look at me like, and my friends are like, and I'm just like, I just can't do it. I just need to learn how to do it. And people try and teach me. It's this whole thing. But so I'm just gonna do that right now. Like 1 year, mine was literally to stop putting my clothes on my chair, because we all have that chair. Put them away. It's not much harder, and I managed to do it, and it was really good. Now, with your New Year's resolutions, to keep you accountable, we're all different people. Some people like to talk about it, like I said. Some people just want to write down. I feel this year, honestly, I feel very unbalanced and not great. So for next year, obviously it's brand new, so got this. I just bought myself a diary, and I'm really excited about it because it's got what I like. It's got your monthly view, so you can make a really cool monthly goal, but then you can't keeping accountable by day, and you're keeping organized. And then at the end, it also has like the yearly calendar. So if you want to get like really into it and like have goals set, then you can do that as well. So my New Year's resolution is to just be more balanced. I'm an organized person, full stop, but I just want to have more of a work-life balance, and I think the diary is really going to help me. And obviously health as well. I know I just said don't generalize your health goals, because it's just not going to work, and you just can't achieve things because it's just too broad. But if you watch my earlier vlogs, if you haven't, welcome to my family, watch them. Still, ugh, there's glitter in my mouth. I'm still recovering from last year's dose of glandular fever, so I'm really trying to like knuckle down and keep that and get that back on track. and be happy and healthy again. I've got so many goals for YouTube as well that I will be writing down, like literally today is my day of like goals. So I'm really excited to write them all down in a little while, and there's so many cool videos to come, so I hope you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you join our family, and comment below what your New Year's resolutions are. I really want to know what everyone's on about, and comment below if you found these tips helpful, and if so, which one, because I'd really like to know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas for the other day, and Happy New Year for the next few days. I hope you go out, you celebrate with your friends and family, and just like kick this year with a bang, because we deserve nothing more than to keep our mental health, our emotional health, and our physical health in check in 2018. So let's go out there, be the best that we can be, and I will see you next year. Bye.